Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And guess what? We pranked you all. We've come on to our live stream, me and Brooke Schneider, 2 days early and 2.5 days early, actually, to bring you a special live stream as Wednesday. We're going to be dealing with some personal things that we need to take care of in our private life. So we can't do a live stream on Wednesday. So we thought we'd do a special one for you tonight. And I wanted to discuss with you before we get into today's topic of budgets and the best way to prepare for that, some things and changes that we're making from today moving forward on our YouTube channel. And those changes are basically our time is getting really taken up by YouTube right now. And we have to change the way our platform is moving forward. And because we just have no free time for ourselves anymore. So what we've decided to do moving from today, and this is going to be a permanent change, by the way, folks, is we've changed the comment section of our live stream now, that if you want to comment on our live stream, you must be a subscriber. Okay. And the reason we're doing this is because a lot of our time is taken up by people that are non-subscribers. We're getting so many emails, swamped with emails of people that really don't care about us or our channel, just trying to get as much free advice as they can. And it's not fair on myself or my wife that's doing all the editing. So all we're asking in return is that you help us by supporting the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, folks. Those that are subscribers right now, they can tell you in the live stream, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I know it says subscribe. I wish YouTube would change it to show me more, but they don't. They put that word subscribe there, and it makes a lot of people afraid that, hey, all of a sudden they're going to get bills. No, it doesn't work that way. It's just it helps us boost our subscriber membership, and it lets us know that you're interested in our channel. You support our channel and all the hard work we're doing for you, and the research, the time that we're putting into it. And at the end of the day, it's costing us money out of my personal pension, of my disability pension, to make these videos. And we had two choices. Either we went this way or we quit YouTube altogether and say, that's it. Because I'm paying on average about $500 a month out of my own pocket, and it's not fair to me or Darlene. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not on here today e-begging, asking for any money or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you want to participate, you want our help, subscribe. Click that subscribe button. That's it. You click that subscribe button. We'll do everything that we can to help you in your retirement, coming out here for vacation or whatever else. I get emails that are sort of 10, 20 paragraphs long sometimes, Brooke. And it takes a lot of time to answer these. Sometimes I can be there answering an email for over an hour, just one email, because they're that long. And it shows me that these people really haven't watched any of my videos.
Probably not.
Because if they'd watched the videos or they'd come on the live stream, they'd already know the answers instead of asking me these long questions. So from now on, moving forward, folks, I hope you understand and you don't hold it against us. But for the live stream, if you want to comment, you want to participate in the discussions that we have on here, we ask one thing of you. You hit that subscribe button. 1 minute after you subscribe, just 60 seconds, you'll be allowed to put a comment on the live stream and we'll read it live out on air. And we hope everybody understands why we're doing this. Again, with the Facebook group, if you want to join our Facebook group, it's right there, Cooper's Thai Adventure Community. And to join that, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's free. We have now over 1,100 subscribers on the Facebook group. Everybody's enjoying it, having a blast, making new friends. We don't ask a penny for you from joining our YouTube channel or joining the Facebook group. All we do is ask that you subscribe to keep the bots away, keep all the negative haters away, and those that are seriously interested in what we do here, they'll subscribe. And those that ain't, they'll go harass some other YouTuber out there in YouTubeville instead of Cooper's Thai Adventures. And that's why we're doing this. So before we get into today's topic, let's have a look and see who we've got online.
Expired passport, bro. Coop, not like you to be going live on a Monday night.
Nope, it ain't. It's a surprise live stream. Keeps you guys on your toes.
Usually Wednesday mornings early we're up
because
here.
we know Monday on TV is normally a boring day. Friday, Saturday are normally the exciting days on TV. Why not make a live stream on a Monday?
Why not? I'm surprised. We already got a lot of people watching. It's interesting.
Already 38, yeah.
Runel, good afternoon from Northern Norway.
And good afternoon, Rune. Thank you for coming on today's special live stream. Really, really appreciate it.
Bijan Bain, greetings from Washington, D.C. Scheduled to break 70 degrees Fahrenheit today, back in Jomtien in 2 weeks.
And
he's missing it already.
He's missing it already. And Bijan, it is hot. It is super hot in Thailand right now. But guess what? It's even hotter in the Philippines. We saw in the Philippine news today, it's 45 degrees.
Oh, that's too hot.
45 degrees centigrade. Now, folks, 45, in case you don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, that's pushing 125 degrees Fahrenheit right there.
Well, the weather's nice hot here. I mean,
super hot.
As long as we got the pools here, which we do, and they're lovely. I don't mind the heat. It's nice. Expired passport, bro. Thanks, Brooke, for my crypto portfolio. It's currently 18K. Thanks, my boy.
And yeah, Bitcoin is really, really climbing. It actually hit 72,500 a little bit earlier today. I think in the last hour.
Be a new all-time high today.
It'd be fantastic if it is.
It's not too late either, guys. Rodney, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning, Rodney. Thank you for joining today's special live stream.
Montana's Thai retirement. Good evening, Cooper and Brooke. Hope all is well, and I'll see you all in May.
Not long. See you in May, Montana.
Yeah. Hunka hunka. Good idea, Cooper.
Thank you for your support, Hunka hunka. We've got to do it because we just can't dedicate all this time and get no appreciation out of it. And we thank all of you that do appreciate our channel and been longtime subscribers. Thank you to all of you. We don't take you for granted. But as our channel is growing, we're now at over 13,300 subscribers as of today.
Well done.
So imagine the amount of emails and traffic and comments and everything that we're getting. We only ask for a little bit of support. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't cost a penny.
Expired passport, bro. Completely understand, Coop. Most people want free information, but never throw a super chat your way.
That is true. We don't get a lot of super chats, but the ones that we do get, we're extremely grateful for.
Does definitely helps out.
It does.
Montana's Thai retirement. Coop, I'm waiting for a reply to my email.
And I did. I replied to you, Montana, on Saturday's live stream instead of the email because my eyes are still bad. The redness has gone away, but I'm still getting the discharge and it's blurring my vision. So I just replied on the live stream. I spoke to Joe, who's the manager. He asked me, please do not give out his details. Okay. So I can't do that. And he said, if you come here, he's more than happy to talk to you in person, but he doesn't want his private information given out. Okay. So he is a developer. Okay. He's not an agent. Yes, he can do rentals here, but it's on a first come, first serve basis. And he cannot do anything until you're actually boots on the ground. I realize that's something you may not want to hear, but I have to respect his privacy. Just like Montana, I got your email. And if somebody said to me, hey, Cooper, I'd really like to contact Montana. Can you give me his email? He seems like a decent guy, somebody I'd like to be friends with. I'm going to say no. I will say no to him because I believe in everybody's privacy. And I would forward their email to you and then say, it's up to you if you wish to reply to this guy or not. I've done that when people have asked me to forward emails to Brooke. I've done that many times with Brooke. I've never, ever given out his email to any subscribers. That's up to him to do. And I always respect everybody's anonymity, but that's the best I can do for you, Montana. I did see Sean here in the lobby today. He was here showing a subscriber that came from Spain. Very nice guy. He's actually a big fan of my channel. And he came here because he wants to buy one of the condos here as an investment and hopefully rent it out to one of our subscribers. That'll be a super plus. I do get quite a few people that say to me, Cooper, I'm interested in buying. And by the way, as a thank you to your channel, I would like it if you put one of your subscribers in there. And then we make videos of the condos and we tell you, hey, this is a subscriber that's bought this condo and they would like to rent it out to one of our subscribers. So keep it in the family and keep the savings between us. So I hope you understand, Montana. That is the best I can do for you, brother.
Jerry and Jennifer, thanks again for all you do. Thumbs up, everyone.
Yes, please. If you're watching the live stream, hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost a penny, and all it does is it promotes the video. So other people that are like-minded like yourselves that are looking for somewhere good to retire and make new friends in life, YouTube puts it out to those sort of people that might be interested. So that's how it helps our channel. And Taken sends a Canadian $20 super chat and says, subscribe and support. I appreciate your info, guys. And God bless you, Taken. Thank you so much for that $20 super thanks. We really, really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Paul Cockley, yay, it's boiling.
It's boiling. It is, Paul. It is super hot here in Thailand. And we're actually going to be making a new feature on our YouTube channel. And this is something that Darlene's doing research to. And what will happen is, as we're on the live stream, moving forward, it's going to take us a couple of weeks to get this set up. But as we get new subscribers that come on during the live stream, a banner will pop up and we will give a shout out to all those people that subscribe to the live stream live on air and thank them personally for subscribing to our channel. I think that's a pretty cool, neat thing to do.
Ricardo Crosby, hi guys, greetings.
Greetings, Ricardo. Thank you for coming on to today's live stream.
Peter Phillips, good evening all. Coop, I've been trying to reach out to Sean for a week now without luck. Also, his website is down. Can you help out as I'm there in just over 2 weeks and need help getting a place?
Sure, no problem, Pete. Email me at cooperstaiadventure@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to speak to Sean for you personally, brother. I know right now he's currently helping a lot of my subscribers. He's been with my quite a few of my subscribers over the last 2 weeks. He's been inundated because people relate to him and they really want an expat helping them.
You're keeping him busy, that's for sure.
And I'm keeping Sean very busy. He's so grateful to all of you. If you have a problem getting a hold of Sean, email me. I don't mind. You know, if you're a subscriber, email me, Peter, and I'm more than happy to speak to him. Let me know what you're interested in and where you're interested in staying, because I speak to Sean almost every single day, and it's no problem for me just to drop a note to him and say, hey, check out this email. I need you to help Peter out ASAP. He's going to be here in the next 2 weeks.
Still lots of places to rent.
So please, Peter, email me directly. Let me know what you need, and I'll be more than happy to help you out, brother.
Paul Coakley, enjoy the stream. Drop the Bitcoin crap. Well, here's a poor fellow, doesn't know any, doesn't have a clue about it.
We love Bitcoin, Paul, and it's a great way to make money. The stock market is a risky business. So is Bitcoin. You got to do your research.
Volatile.
But it's volatile. It goes up and down. I know some people don't like it, but some people do, and we try and cater to everybody. So if you're watching any of our videos on a replay, just skip past it.
Paul, there's many actually, you know, probably 2 handfuls of subscribers didn't have a clue of Bitcoin 4 months ago, based on our, you know, channel, Cooper's channel, have invested, and they're all happy. So there you go.
Yeah.
So Pepper Company, good morning, my friends.
Good morning, So. Thank you for coming on to today's live stream.
Rodney, hit the like button.
Yes, please hit the like button, and we're about to get started into today's topic once we get the next 4 comments out the way.
Johnny A, hi guys, love the channel. Keep up the good work.
And thank you, Johnny. Really appreciate it.
Montana's Thai retirement. I have already contact Sean. Okay, so he's got a hold of him. Good.
There you go.
Dave C. Hi, everyone. Been a few weeks, but I finally got back. All the best.
And thank you, Dave.
Craig mentioned I booked December for 3 months at the Diana Estate condominium opposite Treetown Never knew it was there. Do you know the place?
I don't. Sorry,
Never heard of it.
There's over 5,000 condominium complexes here. I don't know everyone, but I know where Tree Town is. It's very central, Pattaya.
Okay. Peter Phillips, thanks, Scoop.
And you're very welcome, brother. Just drop me that email.
Montana's Thailand. I've contacted Sean online. He has responded to me.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Expired passport, bro. Catalina Resort in Soy 7 Junction always has rooms for 1 or 2 week stays if all else fails. Prices are slightly high, though, but the location is great.
Okay. Glad that you
Good to know,
like
another
it for
option.
1 or 2 week stay. Yeah. And let's get started in today's topic, all about budgets and retirement here in Thailand. And if you want to join in today's conversation and you're not a subscriber and the chat's not recognizing, hit the subscribe button and you can join in today's chat. And Brooke and I are going to be discussing our things that we learned when we came over here to retire in Thailand. Now, everybody's got a budget in mind. Okay, we all realize that nobody's got the same amount as everybody else. Everybody's different. Some people may have $1,000 budget. People may have a $3,000 budget in Thailand. So between 35,000 baht and 100,000 baht, if you want me to put the exchange out there for you, no problem, folks. And the things that you're going to find here is when you first initially came to Thailand, you're going to find that that budget that you set up for the first 3 months, you're going to break it. Okay. And to discuss that is Mr. Brooke Schneider. So, Brooke, when you came here to Thailand, you had a budget in mind. We've discussed this a few times.
Yeah.
And I believe that budget was, what was it again? Refresh my memory. Was it $2,000?
Yeah. But you're going to spend more than that initially. And why that is, there's setup costs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got your... you have to do something on your visas if you're staying more than 60, 90 days. So, and I prefer an agent. Well, there's a cost. And okay, I got stopped once on my scooter. Oh, I needed to try driver's license even for 30 days. You need one almost, it seems. So there's extra costs. And it's but watching your channel, you'll get a good feel for the extra costs you're going to need. And you just go with that. So what it is, you got a miscellaneous budget, probably double what you estimate, and you should be fine. But there's always little things, little extras, and you should get them. And even setting up your unit, you know what I mean? It might not have a tea kettle, or it might not have some things that you need. So you just figure on that. But after about probably 2 to 3 months, you kind of get settled into your normal budget, is what I found.
Yeah.
And so that's my experience.
Yeah, because I found personally that you go over your budget by about 30% for the first 3 months. And some of those reasons that you go over your budget for the first 90 days is you might want things, creature comfort for your condominium. For example, you may not like the pillows, or the blanket may be too thick.
Yep.
And you want a thinner blanket, you want softer or harder pillows. You might want a rug for your living room. You might want a little coffee table to put beside the sofa. All these little things add up and shoot you over your budget. Also, transportation. When you're here and you want to go from A to B, until you get to know the area, you're going to be spending more on transportation. You may be eating at more expensive places to eat because you don't know the area and you don't know where the cheaper
deals
places
are.
And the deals are until you've been here for a while and you've met up with a few other people to say, hey, don't go over there. You can get the same stuff over here for half the price. And that's when your budget will come down to your level of where you need. My advice to all of you when you come here to Thailand, your initial budget, plan to be 30% over that for the first 3 months. And then you'll be able to find that you'll be surviving less than your initial budget. Now, you plan 2,000. What are you spending a month now, Brooke?
I spend under that. So I'm able to save, and I don't think I suffer for anything. But yeah, now some months I save, some months, if there's something big, like we're doing, I want to buy a Lazy Boy or something like that. Well, then, I've got the savings to do that. But, normally, but getting back though to the initial, I mean, I had budgeted for transportation, $2,000 for a scooter rental. Well, you don't always run the scooter. What I found, it was a little small, so my budget jumped from $2,000 to $3,500 for the right size machine. And then, hey, I've got a scooter. Why do I need to take Bolt, or why do I need to take the bot bus? Well, you do. You know what I mean? I just found it was better to. So yeah, there's a little extra budget that most people might not figure in, but having a miscellaneous each month is good.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. You need to budget for that miscellaneous. Now, initially, I budgeted for $2,000 as well. And before we started the YouTube channel, that was $2,000 was for me and my wife. We probably were doing around $2,300 to $2,500 for the first couple of months until we got ourselves situated. And then after that, I found that my budget was the budget that I was expected for every month, $2,000. I was only spending $1,700 of it until I started the YouTube channel. And then I got a lot more costs involved. We had to buy all this expensive equipment so we can make the channel for you. We got a lot of travel costs involved. We do reviews on different places. And again, that's travel costs, hotel costs, going to different islands to tell you our thoughts on what it's like there and show you around so you guys can experience. That's all costs that come out of our wallet that we do for. And so now I would find that I'm pretty much spending, I want to say somewhere between $2,500 and $2,700 a month now.
Right.
Is what we're spending.
I'm going to be up in my budget. I'm moving to a 2-bedroom May 1st. And it's like double the cost.
Yeah.
It'll be a little more than double because the electric will be higher, and I'll have a little more expenses. So I'm probably going to raise my budget closer to 3. Figuring, hey, I won't spend that, but I'll have money to save each month, invest it hopefully, and now, so that's my situation. Anyways, I do have good friends here, Coop, fellow Canadians. Maybe we're watching our pennies, and they're living on less than 2,000 Canadian, so, and saving money, and they're quite happy. Love walking, and know where the good spots to eat out are that are reasonably priced, and so it's there's all different budgets at work here, which is my point.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Absolutely correct. And feel free to join in the comment section in today's discussion and ask us anything you want about
Kim
budgets.
Henriksen. Hi from Denmark. Good choice. Brooke, I miss your crypto updates too. Well, you'll get them on the live stream. So there.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah,
and if your comments ain't popping up, that's because you're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, wait 1 minute, and you can send a comment to the live stream and we'll read it live on air for you.
Daryl Savage, good evening, all. Bitcoin is life. Very true. Now, there's a smart man. Africa Islam, can you ever touch that $800, 800,000 in the bank for your retirement visa?
Yes, you can, Africa. And I have to go back to my conversation that I had with Singh, our agent, that we had on our live stream. And I advise you to go and watch it. He's very, very helpful if you haven't already seen it, Africa. And I think you can touch it, but you can't go below 400,000, and you have to have the full 800,000 in. I think it's 3 months or 4 months before your retirement visa is due to be renewed. I think that's what Singh said. But Africa, please get in touch with Singh because there is a workaround that I can't say on YouTube. I wish I could, but I can't say on YouTube. I can get in big trouble for it. But trust me, you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you find out what it is.
Daryl Hall, just waking up myself in Florida. I'll catch up on what you're talking about.
And thank you for that, Daryl. If you're watching on the replay, please hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Tommy Lee, good morning, Cooper and Brooke and Darlene. Wow, am I dreaming? Turn on TV and you guys are live.
Yeah, caught you out.
Look
April
at that
Fool's, buddy.
smile.
We got you all here on a Monday night. Wow, exciting.
Expired passport, bro. If you hit the bars a couple of nights a week, boy, oh boy, are you going to crash your budget. True.
And that's something else you need to plan for. You know, if you're in that midlife crisis where you want to have fun with the ladies and go to the bars and stuff like that, plan for it. You got to have to budget for it. If you're coming over on, say, $1,000 a month, don't expect to be spending too much time with the ladies of the night and going to bars. Okay, so budget for that too. The average price for a one-bedroom condominium here, average, is 15,000 baht. Okay, how much is 15,000 baht in USD?
450, roughly 440.
Just under 500 US dollars. Yeah. So if you're coming over on $1,000 a month, you're going to budget, say, $500 for your rent, your electricity, your water, your internet. You want to budget about another $100 there. That's going to take you to $600. And then for food, you want to be budgeting somewhere around about $10 to $15 a day for food. So that's going to take you $300 to $400 a month for food. You're not going to have much left for entertainment.
No.
But you can do it. I do know people here that are retired on $1,000 a month that are from countries other than America that don't get a large state pension. Be it Australia, England, Canada, that are Commonwealth countries and get, a not very good pension. I got to put it out there. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to belittle anybody or putting it down, but in terms of state Social Security that Americans get, which is average $1,800 a month, that's a big difference. That's almost double. But we do have people that come out here on $1,000 a month pension, and they are surviving and enjoying a reasonable life. They live in a brand new condominium. Okay, never slept in beds, never sat on sofas, and everything smells brand new. They're happy. They're paying their bills. They don't have to worry about, do I have to stop using the electricity this week or pay the rent? Which one do I have to do? They don't have that struggle like some people do in the West. Well, actually, like a lot of people do that in the West, $1,000 isn't really a lot in today's money.
Even in Canada.
So, when they come out here to Thailand and they got their rent paid, their electric, their water, their internet, they can watch YouTube, they can play online gaming, do whatever they enjoy doing online, and going to the beach for walking, going to the gym and the pool in the condominiums for free. So they don't have to pay gym membership. They got a swimming pool they can go swimming in anytime they want. They can go walking on the beach, hanging out with friends and stuff like that. And they are able to survive on $1,000 a month. So $1,000 a month is doable in Thailand for a single man.
Sure. Yep.
And you and I are finding that for under $2,000 a month, about $1,700 is doable, no problem for a couple. Because nothing changes as far as your accommodation is concerned. Your rent doesn't go up. Your electricity doesn't go up. Your water may go up a little bit because you're two people using the water. Yeah. But your Wi-Fi doesn't go up either. Your gym membership doesn't go up because you got free gyms at the condominiums. Your swimming pool, stuff like that doesn't go up. The only thing that really goes up is your food because you're feeding two instead of one. And with that, you find that for an extra $400 a month, so for $1,500 a month, two people can survive here, no problem.
I have talked to so many expats that can't believe, obviously they're initially here,
right,
at a meet and greet, or they recognize me or you or whatever, and they're just simply amazed at how affordable it is to live here.
Yes.
And, a lot of us are in that same situation where we were, knocking our heads against the wall to make ends meet every month back in the West. Or, hey, we're doing fine, but boy, we're not getting ahead. You know what I mean? Slowly eating into, our investments maybe. Or here, heavens, it's amazing, the cost of living. So I think going forward, And I think a lot of the Western countries, European countries, Australia, they're in situations where the average person is in dire straits financially. The governments are in dire straits financially. So people are going to be looking for alternatives to live,
Yeah.
So definitely Asia, the Asian countries provide that.
Yeah. Now, I got an email just yesterday, Brooke, from a gentleman from California. Okay. And he's saying that he can no longer survive on his pension in California. Now, his pension's $3,000 a month, 100,000 baht. U.S.
Wow.
And and in case you guys haven't been following the news, folks, California's just put up the minimum wage to $20 an hour. Now, who's this hurt the most, this $20 an hour minimum wage? The restaurants. For example, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, all that sort of stuff. They have to pay their people $20 an hour now. And he sent me a really nice email, and he said a hamburger meal was $12 for a hamburger meal at McDonald's. $12. When Governor Newsom put up the $20 minimum wage just this week, in the last week, that same hamburger meal is now jumped up to $22.
Oh, amazing.
For a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. $22, folks. $22. I shit you not.
Yeah.
And he says, Coop, the property taxes are through the roof now in California. I can't afford it. When he was working, he said he was on $6,500 a month. Now he's got his pension. He's only on $3,000 a month. So he could afford all these nice things. Now he's struggling and asked me, Coop, for a single man, he says, I'm divorced and my kids are already grown up. I just want to retire. Can I survive on $3,000 a month in Thailand? And I had to say, heck yeah, you're going to be 300% more than most people that come out here to retire. And it was just so over the moon, and said, God bless you, Coop. Thank you so much. I wasn't sure I'd be able to survive on that sort of budget. I've never been to Thailand before, and he's really looking forward to come out. And I suggested he tries it for vacations first to see if he likes it. And he agreed. So he's hopefully going to be coming out in the next couple of months. I'm not going to put his name out there. I don't do that. I don't put people's personal information out there. And I'm really looking forward to meeting the guy.
I don't know any poor politicians.
No,
and
I don't.
I ran across an interesting fact.
What's that?
We currently on the planet, there are more politicians per capita.
Right.
Obviously, in total as well, but more politicians per capita now than ever in the history of the planet.
I was expecting you to say more than
I don't
janitors.
see any of those politicians, not getting rich. You never hear them complaining about the cost of living, and you never see them retiring to Thailand. They don't need to.
Yeah. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi. She earns $80,000 a year as House Speaker. Yeah. And she's worth over $50 million US.
Yeah.
How the heck do you get $50 million from $80,000 a year?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But, Dave C, I only have 130,000 Australian, nowhere near enough to live there, unfortunately.
130,000 Australian.
Yeah. So, Dave, you invest that wisely. Like, hopefully, listen, you're not at retirement age yet. You can, hopefully able to work still. But, take a look at getting into some Bitcoin with either, partial, part of that or all of it. I have good friends from Australia here, have got into Bitcoin. It's always on sale, so don't worry about that. Just buy and hold it, and you might be retired here quicker than you think. Bitcoin can do a 5x pretty darn quick, in my opinion, and that might just
for the whole history of Bitcoin, if you hold on to your Bitcoin for 4 years, 4 years, and you sell it, you're always guaranteed
never lost money
to make money on
best returning asset over the last 12 years, compound growth. That is better than the S&P, better than Nvidia. It's the best returning asset, and I think it'll be that going forward, Coop. Greg Smits, good evening, guys. Good evening,
Greg. Thank you for joining today's live stream.
Jim Collis, thanks for all your great information, guys, from Sydney, Australia.
And thank you, Jim. Really appreciate it. He's a channel member. That's why he's got that badge next to his name, and it costs him just $2 a month for that badge next to his name.
Did not know that. There's something new. Expired passport, bro. My guess is you need 2,500 Aussie dollars per month and another 50K in savings for startup costs and potential medical expenses as you get older. That's that'll do it.
2,500 Australian dollars is around about
1,800
1,700 US.
Okay,
something like that. I think that's a little bit on the high end. 25, that sort of money,
I think, is his point.
Is enough for a couple.
Yeah,
is enough for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. That is couples money, average money here per month. There, expired passport, bro. 50,000 in savings, very good savings amount. Medical insurance, you can get medical insurance out here between $2,000 and $3,000 per year, depending on your age, of course. My medical insurance is $2,000 a year, and I think yours is closer to the 3,000. Yeah,
but I got an interesting point I want to go
over. I'm 54 and Brooke is
71.
So
I have met, and I knew this going in. There's a lot of people that self-insure here.
Yes.
And I thought, well, that's interesting. Maybe they can't afford insurance. I don't know. But I actually met several people, several couples, and was inquiring. They're quite open. And, I don't pry unless, they're willing to discuss it. But they self-insure. And the idea is, and I remember this from us going to McCallum. Right. McCallum said, listen, you only need 3 million baht. Forget the 10 million. Nobody,
He's our insurance.
You're never going to use that.
Yeah.
He says 3 million will get you anything you ever need in this country pretty well, right? And so 99.999% of whatever could happen to you, 3 million will cover it.
Yes.
And I always remember that because that's what I took, a $3 million plan, right?
Which is $100,000.
Yeah. Roughly. Well, actually, and these guys that were self-insuring said, here's how they do it. They're setting, so they looked into the cost of buying the insurance, and they went home, did the back of the napkin calculations. Well, Jesus, it made sense to them to put 100,000 for him, 100,000 for the wife in money market, collecting interest close to 5% monthly. You know what I mean? So that's an income coming in.
Yeah,
it's their money in there, so they can get it instantaneously, and that equates 100,000 US. You get 35 baht to the dollar, or 36. You're 3.5 million baht, say.
Yeah.
So that's even more coverage than I got, and they keep the money.
Yeah.
So, I thought about it. Jesus, there is a situation where you maybe want to look at that. And then jumping forward, I get talking to some people, and the one guy even said this. He says, I was going to buy that insurance. The quote was there, and he reads everything, the fine print, the legalese, right? So he's reading through. He says, now what's this paragraph about determination? He explained his pre-existing conditions. He went over everything. And that's what you want to do, guys, with any insurance. Be quite upfront, open, because you don't want to get denied, right? So he was quite open. Well, the determination is if something happens down the road, they predetermine if that was, or determine if that was a pre-existing. And if it was, they're not interested in covering you. So, but the bottom line was he realized, well, what the hell is covered? Cancer. He didn't have that. So his point was he didn't take it. Yeah. He decided to self-insure right then and there. So
that's his option.
And Jesus, you hear those things. So I guess the point of that, guys, is if you're going to get a policy, you better read the fine print. You better read the legalese. And if you don't understand what it says, ask the questions, get it explained, get them to put it in simpler language, what is covered and what is not covered. Yeah. So, insurance companies are big. They want to make money. They got probably shareholders, obviously. So if they can get out of paying something, they're going to find a way.
Yes.
So, be careful.
Yeah. And just FYI, folks, Brooke and I both chose at McCallum's, that's the broker that we use here in Pattaya, who insured both of us. We both chose Pacific Cross. Now, the reason I chose Pacific Cross is because I'm type 2 diabetic. And there was in the fine print there with Pacific Cross that they would not cover type 2 diabetes for the first policy year. However, on the second policy year, they will cover type 2 diabetes, a pre-existing condition. Now, it doesn't say that they cover all pre-existing conditions. It's on a case-by-case basis, of course. But the find an insurance company that actually did any pre-existing conditions was a godsend, because we hunted high and low, and I went to a bunch of different ones, and they all said, no way. Pre-existing condition will insure you for everything else but that pre-existing condition. Pacific Cross said, we'll do it, but on your second year. And the medication out here for diabetes, Brooke, it costs me less than $60 a month.
Yes.
In the States, I was paying $400 for the same medication. Here, I'm paying less than $60. If I was paying for it, I got it on my Medicare, but for free. But if I was paying for it, it would have cost me over $400 a month. Here, it's costing me under $60 a month. I'm not sweating it.
No.
Because I'm still, within my happy medium budget. And I know next year I'm going to get it all for free. So plus, plus, plus.
Plus, 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 as you like to say.
I do.
Sarlina A. Hi, guys. Yes, you can spend the 800K in the bank, the bot referring to, but not below 400K, as Coop said. It must be 800K 3 months before, as Coop said, and 2 months after your renewal. So there's so 7 months of the year you can spend up to 400K.
Yeah, that's right. And thank you for that, Sarlina. She used to work here as an agent. And so she pretty much knows the rules here. She worked as an immigration agent.
Good.
And thank you. And welcome back to the channel, Sarlina. Long time no see.
Africa Islam, how much would the average person transfer over from USA bank account to the first year safely? 50K or less?
You can transfer whatever you want, Africa. I'm transferring $3,000 a month. Okay. So that's my disability, $3,000 a month. I'll put that out there. I got no problem with that. And I have zero problems, zero issues. It costs me about $5, $6, I think thereabouts, for the currency exchange at Bangkok Bank. Not a lot. And I get paid once a month on the first of every month, like most people on Social Security. And it goes into my bank here. And that's what I'm finding the charges are, roughly $5 to $6 a month, once a month. And Share Beats using the ATM machine and getting charged. What is it? What did we get charged with ATM?
220 baht, so about $6.
So $6 every time I used it.
That was
and
with
now
my
I'm only
wife's
getting
card.
charged one time.
Yeah.
So big savings there, Africa.
Africa, I would say this. I wouldn't do the whole 50 to start. I would keep the money invested in the West. To be safe, minimum 5, but probably 10 for you is better.
Mm-hmm.
If you do 10,000 US, that's going to get you through a few months, along with any big expenditures. Hey, I want to buy a lazy boy. I want a different bed. I'm going to go a little nicer accommodation. Then, you got the 10,000 transferred over. You're good. And then, like myself, and I think most of the people here, they transfer monthly. So they keep their money in the West. It's, FDI insured, whatever, investments are there. And because here you're not going to get any return on your investment, let's say, in the bank sitting there idly. So, yep. Tommy Lee, thank you, guys. Sean reached out. Okay, good.
And you're very welcome, Tommy. I did hear you last time, and I spoke to Sean, and he checked in. For some reason, your email went into his spam folder. I got him to do a search on his laptop, and there it is. It popped up. I said, there you go. There's Tommy. And he replied to you then and there. So let me know if you ever have any problems, if Singh doesn't get in touch with you or reply to your message, or Sean doesn't reply to your message. Let me know. I'm more than happy to say to both of them, because I speak to them both on a regular basis. Singh's helped over 100 of our subscribers so far.
Yeah.
Sean's helped over 30 of our subscribers. Well, actually, it's closer to 40 now, or maybe even over 40 of our subscribers. And I always hear back from our subscribers. They tell me, thank you so much for Singh, or thank you so much for Sean. They did exactly what you said they would do. Really appreciate it. So I always get the feedback, and I know whether they're doing what they promised me they're going to do or not. And don't be afraid if you don't get a reply after 48 hours and you're coming out here fairly quickly, shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to pass on your information to them.
Montana's Thai retirement in May, as it's low season, you should be able to find a 1-bedroom condo for 10,000 baht, and there's ones even cheaper than that too.
You can, Montana, and the thing is, not all of them are the same. For example, I could shoot a video like I did last year, and the price of the condominium might have been 10,000 baht. And if I go there to today
15.
and I speak to them, it may be 15. It all depends on the owner. Okay, the owner set the price. The best thing you can do, Montana, is haggle, and we did. Brooke and I did. We got ours down because we were willing to pay a year in advance. And that's how we got ours down to what it is. If you're going to pay monthly, then you're going to be paying more. If you're going to be paying, if you're only going to be doing a 3-month contract, you're going to be maybe paying more. The longer you stay, the more incentive it is for them to lower the rent for you. And there are plenty of condominium complexes out here that do 1-bedroom condos for 10,000. You're not going to have a problem finding them. Speak to Sean; he's more than happy to tell you which ones they are.
Yeah, have your money ready if you're able and you find the right unit. You know, even if you only pay 3 months up front, 6 months, whatever, you know, the more you do, the better your rate. Yeah. And, you know, if you want a short-term lease for a month or 2 or 3, you're probably going to pay more than if you did a 6-month or a 12 months ideal. You get a 12-month, you're kind of in control. That guy likes to see it rented for the year. He doesn't have to worry.
Exactly.
And then the price, well, what if I give you 6 months up front? You probably get a little better rate. Well, what if I gave you 12 months up front? That should be better. Yeah, it should. Yeah. And he'll say yes or no. But,
and that's how you work it.
Yeah, you got to work it. Jim Collis, $22. That's insane. He's referring to the McDonald's meal.
Yep, McDonald's in U.S. and California now.
State of California. Get that for like $2 back.
It's $22 for a Big Mac meal right now. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy if you're in the state of California.
You know, so that's easily doubled in what, 2 years, 3 years?
Maybe? And a Big Mac meal here is what, $4?
Yeah. And wages haven't.
That's it, you know, in Thailand.
Crazy.
Same meal, $4.
See, same in Australia. The wages reflect the price you pay.
That's absolutely true. As they raise the minimum wages, so the prices of the cost of goods that you're buying have got to increase to pay the salaries.
Heath McDaniel, $22, and not to mention McDonald's probably cut employment hours to half the hours and probably let people go. Well, that's exactly it.
That's exactly what they did. They let half their staff go.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't afford to keep them on anymore.
It's not like McDonald's, it's a franchise. So these are small business people for the most part.
KFC, Burger King, they're all franchises.
Yeah, they're all small business people. And, you know, they got a bottom line too. You know, they live off those franchises. A lot of them work there, but, you know.
Let's think about it. If you got a small diner, you know, one of these diners that, you know, that are all over the place, you know, mom and pop diner, you know, they're going to have to go back to running it themselves because they just can't afford to pay the staff. And if they put the prices too high, they lose the customers. Well, here's sort of a no-win situation.
Here's an interesting tidbit about that $20 minimum wage.
What's that?
By Gavin Newsom from California, the governor. Doesn't apply to Panera Bread, which was one of the biggest restaurants. You know, I'd go there for coffee in the States, in Florida. It was great. I mean, I loved it.
Because it was one of his buddies that owns the restaurant.
Exactly. So, one of his buddies.
He made them exempt.
They're not a restaurant. They're a bakery. Yeah. Bologna. You see the meals they put out of there? Oh, man. Greg Smits, you can easily live off.
Sorry, but
did I miss that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Greg Smits, you can easily live off $3,000 US a month, save money for medical issues. Absolutely.
Here in Thailand, you're going to live like a king on $3,000 a month if you're single.
Yep. Patricia Ortiz, hello. When is high season? When is low season?
Okay. Low season is from May until October. High season is from November until the end of April. So there you go. High season, you find the prices go up quite a bit. I got to be honest, 50% plus.
Oh, yeah.
The prices go up. And in low season, 50% plus cheaper. So what I say in my advice to those that want to rent out here is get it during low season. Do it for that year's contract if that's the place that you like. Yeah. And then During the whole high season, you don't have to worry about it because you locked in that price. So if your price is what Montana is looking for, 10,000 baht a month, during November through till end of April, you're still paying that 10,000 baht a month. They can't put the prices up in the middle of the contract. They're not allowed. It's illegal here in Thailand.
Whenever you get here on your first lease, let's say, try and have it come due the lease end during low season. Your opportunities then are immense for, you know, renewing if you want to renew, or moving on if you want to move on. You'll find a deal.
Yeah. And in low season too, Patricia, you'll find there's a lot more vacancies than there are during high season.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the worst time of to look for a accommodation because there's not many out there. And if the ones that are out there, they charge an extortionate rates.
And, you know, if you got to pay it, if you're coming in high season, you know, well, okay, you're coming. So be prepared to pay more. It's just, when you look at renewing, only take a 3 or 4 or 6 month till ever, you know, till end it in low season.
Yes.
And then your renewal options are immense, right?
Absolutely.
Scott Jean, hi guys. Hope you both well from Scott, New Zealand.
And thank you, Scott, for coming on to today's special live stream.
Daniel Hall, what do I have to do with Medicare to make sure I'm covered over there for stuff like you're talking about? He's talking about Medicare, U.S.
You're not covered out here with Medicare.
Oh, okay.
Medicare does not cover outside of the United States unless it's an American territory like Guam. So the answer is you're not covered with Medicare outside of the U.S. People that come out here to retire and they know they're never going back to the U.S., they cancel their Medicare. Some people want to keep their Medicare just in case they have a medical emergency. They can go back to the States and use their Medicare. So they keep up their contributions to keep their Medicare going. But outside of the U.S., unless it's an American territory, it's not covered.
If you're coming for an inspection, first time, not sure if you like it here, you maybe want to travel to Vietnam or the Philippines, get travel insurance for your whole stay. At least that way you're covered. You're going to be okay. And that'll give you time if you say, hey, I'm staying. I've decided maybe I fly back and, sell everything, come here. But it gives you time to research for other medical insurance options for yourself, knowing that you're covered. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Celine A., I think frequently and too many bar visits is the main reason why budgets break. I've heard so many stories where foreigners end up leaving because they can't control this well enough. Sad but true.
It is sad but true. And unfortunately, us guys go through a midlife crisis and we just can't control ourselves. So just be prepared for that.
Well, they're very beautiful women here.
Yes.
And there's many of them. And they don't seem to care the, how you look, your age, your weight issue. They don't care. They'll still hang with you. And
it don't matter if you're 90.
Exactly.
The girls will still go with you here.
Yep.
So,
and I think a lot of foreigners are shocked because in the West, that'll never happen.
Yeah.
So you get here and the typical guy, Jesus, I've never had this much attention in, 50 years or 40 years or whatever. So you can kind of get caught.
Yeah, you can. So just be careful with your money. Get around some good people. Make some good friends from our Facebook group, the people that are already out here. They'll steer you in the right direction. And Sarlene is absolutely right. And thank you for that well said and great advice.
Patricia Ortiz, when you transfer dollars to a Thai bank, you get a good exchange rate.
Yes. It's not bad.
Yeah, what I do, Patricia, and I highly recommend this for anybody coming here, is get that Wise card. First off, get your bank account set up in your home country. Let them know that you're, traveling, and get a Wise card. So, you can attach that to your bank in your home country for transferring money into Wise. And Wise gives a terrific exchange rate, better than my bank would have given me transferring it to Thailand to my bank here. And the other thing I would say is open up your trading platform. Most of you guys have investments, and have your trading platform set up in your home country and able to access it from here. And that way, should you decide, to pull money out, put it in your bank, transfer it over, it's going to work. So, do your, preliminary work, let's say. Getting back to Wise, it works fantastic here. The exchange rate is way better than I was getting out of my TD bank account in Canada, Coop. And I have a TD account in the States in US dollars. It was even better than that bank transferring it over. So you'll be happy with that. And anyways, yeah, it's good exchange rate. Check it with your Charles Schwab or whoever you're with and just see what it is and send a small transfer, or at least, find out how much, they'll give you a quote before you even have to transfer it.
Now, that's a good point, because Charles Schwab's is one of the two best banks to have, because you don't pay ATM fees.
Yeah.
And I'm with USAA, which is exactly the same. No ATM fees. It gets charged originally the 220 baht, but they reimburse the ATM fees at the end of every month.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't get charged it at all. It's absolutely fantastic. And then when I transfer my disability over every month from USAA into my Thai bot account, it gets a better exchange rate.
Yep.
And Charles Schwab does the same too.
And I'll tell you, boy, oh boy, they're more advanced here in Thailand than anything I saw in the States or Canada. And what I'm referring to is they have this thing called ScanPay here. And pretty well anywhere you go here, you can pay for anything you have or purchase with ScanPay. And Coop showed me how to do this, and I was blown away when it happened. So I've been here a year, and I find this out like a month ago. You open your bank account. It's an app on your phone. And in the middle at the bottom was this button. You hit that, scan, and it brings up the QR code or a camera for a QR code. And it's so simple, and it's instant. Like, you walk in the store, you want to buy the pair of shoes, scan, pay, there it is, done. And you hear the ding on your phone and the payment's made, you show the guy and out the door you go.
And you get an instant message on your phone that you've used scan pay and how much you paid.
Like in the West, give me your credit card, wait a month for the bill to come. Oh, geez, I forgot to pay it that month. Now they charge me interest. And this way, hey, it's in and out of your bank just like that. So amazing. So they are more advanced.
Fantastic way to pay everything over here instead of carrying cash all the time.
Bravo 29. Good day to all. Yeah, that's a real good point. You don't need to carry the words.
Yeah, and good day, Bravo 29. Thank you for coming on and joining the live stream.
Tommy Lee, wanted to ask you about your last visit at Grand Florida last week, and how's the availability there?
Well, you were with me.
Yeah. I didn't think there was any problem with availability.
No, plenty of units available.
Yeah. So, and it's nice. It's one of the, like, if you like a good gym, that had the best gym I've seen here. Yeah.
Gym.
Close to the beach. I mean, kind of almost
it was right on the beach.
Well, a little bit, 100 yards, but it's kind of almost their private beach there, that segment. And the water is clean, clear. So that's kind of nice. The only downside I saw, Coop, was you got a bit of a walk to the 7-Eleven. Like, we
timed it on the scooters. It took less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, here you walk.
So
you're 2 minutes walking there. It's 2 minutes on a scooter. So
yeah, but if I walked it, it would have been less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
To the 7-Eleven. So it's not that far.
Not a big deal. All right.
No, not a big deal.
But no, take a look at that. It's a nice. I was thinking, maybe I should look at going there, but
yeah, several of our subscribers love that place.
I think
it's beautiful.
Yep. White Line, $22 is a 4-star hotel in Thailand. A Big Mac meal true. Or a 4-star hotel.
Yep, that's absolutely true, and breakfast included too.
Silver Arrow. Hi, this may be too personal a question for this forum, but I follow 3 vloggers with retirement visa, but you rent rather than own. Is there a reason for this?
The reason is because I'm looking at the place I want to buy. My plan is to buy a house out here. Now, I'm going to get a lot of backlash. People that are on the channel saying, hey, Cooper, you can't own a house out there. Wrong. You can. Foreigners can own houses. They just can't own the land. So what you do is you get a deed and a title for the house, and you own the land that the house actually on, but the land around the house you can't own. And what you do for that to be 100% legal within the law and worry-free is you get what's called a 30-year lease on the land, which is renewable twice up to a total of 90 years. Well, who's going to be alive in 90 years? None of us that are watching this right now. Probably our grandchildren won't be alive in 90 years' time. So it's going to cover 3 generations. And then at the end of it, our great-grandchildren can sell it to each other for $1 and then extend the 90-year lease all over again. It's that easy. And what you do is you get the land office to hold the title.
Okay, well,
don't give it to a developer. Don't give it to a owner or anything like that. Take a possession of the house and the land. The lawyers that are involved, fantastic. Sean, fantastic agent, and we are working together. We've now found somebody that is willing to do that with us here because it's very big in Wahin at the moment.
Yeah.
And so we found somebody that's willing to do that with us. The land office holds the title to the land. It's called a lease agreement, but you don't pay any money for it. So only thing you do is pay the fee every 30 years, which is like less than $100, the fee to renew the agreement. And it's that simple. And we're looking for a pool villa within my budget. And it's something that I want to buy, and I would love to leave to the kids and Darlene for when I'm gone, and they can have it, and the kids can have their kids have it. So it's going to be in the family for a long time to come. Or they can sell it. They can sell it to a Thai.
Silver, just kind of reiterate what Coop's saying. Personally, I came here thinking, I ain't buying anything there. You can't own the land. But so I would tell anyone coming here initially, just look at renting. Until you're here for at least 6 months, preferably a year, you become more familiar with how things work and locations, areas, and you can start looking at places. Condos you can own. Again, you don't own the land. You're just own the condo, but that's pretty well for life, and you can sell that. So that's why most people start off renting. The other issue is, boy, things are so cheap here to rent. You can buy rent 5-star accommodation for next to nothing compared to what you're used to in the West. So yeah, again, start by renting, and they're building new units all the time. For the life of me, I don't understand why, because they're overbuilt as it is. But hey, it's going to help the rental prices keep low. And now we were at a villa there yesterday on the dark side, and God, I was impressed with that thing. I can see, holy geez, maybe I would want to buy something like that going forward. And then do a lease on the land for 30 years, or maybe one renewal. Hey, things will change. Who cares after 30, 60 years of my age what happens to it. So but anyways, there's start by renting, and then you can give yourself time to research buying.
And if you just joined the live stream, folks, and you can't get your comments up here, it's because we've turned on the settings now that if you want a comment to come out on the live stream, you have to be a subscriber. So click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. And then after 60 seconds, you can put a comment there, and we'll read it directly out on the live stream for you.
Africa Islam, are we paying the 1-year condo rent in cash, credit card, or bank transfer?
You can do 2 of those. You can do it in cash or bank transfer. Credit cards not really used over here in Thailand. It's one of the countries, very few countries in the world I've ever found that you don't need a credit card at all.
Yeah. Use your bank card, and it's kind of like your debit. So Jeffrey Robertson, 2,000 a month Australian equals 500 a week net, which is the pension in Australia. What extra you will need around 10,000 Australian per year to cover rent, health insurance, internet, visa costs, etc.
That'll cover you for all of that, Jeffrey. You wouldn't need any extra. The only thing that you may find in your first 3 months, you're going to probably go over budget, because there's some home comforts you're going to want. For example, when we got this condo here, the coffee mugs that were here were like this tiny, and I couldn't get my finger in the damn hole to pick up the cup. I've got big hands, but normal hands for a Western are big for a Thai. and I couldn't get my finger in the cup. So I went out and bought these coffee mugs like here where I can get 2 fingers in there. Just simple things like that you may find that you need. For example, the beds here in this condo, Jeffrey, I find the mattress extra hard.
I like it.
Brooke likes it, but I'm going to call bullshit to Brooke. And I'm going to explain why. Because when we moved in, I bought a mattress topper. And I found that even with a mattress topper, it was still too hard for me. I have neck injury and I need a Posturepedic mattress. So I went out and bought a Posturepedic mattress and I gave the mattress topper to Brooke. Guess what? He uses it every freaking day.
No, I sold that.
No, you did not. You're a liar. I know your wife.
You're right. I still use it.
You use it every day. So don't tell me that mattress is perfect because you're using it.
Yeah, no, I do.
If it was perfect, you'd be taking the mattress topper off and sleeping on the hard mattress.
I've got it perfect now. So yeah, that did help.
Don't believe him, bullshitter. So there you have it. And those are some little creature comforts you might want. I bought a little rug here to put beside the sofa here. So while I'm sitting here on the sofa, my feet are on a nice soft rug, things like that. You might want to buy some bath mats, to go around the toilet, around the sink, and outside the shower. So when you come out, you're stepping on something nice and soft, and you're not going to go head over heels and slipping on tiles. Things like that, you're going to want to buy over here. And everybody's different. Some people might want to buy some plants to put out on the balcony, or they may want to buy some pictures to hang on the wall to decorate it, make it feel more homely. But once you get over that initial 90-day phase, I like to call it, you'll find that you're well within your budget and you're not coming anywhere near it.
No.
And at $2,000 a month Australian, you're going to be doing really well.
I bought a air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't bring one here. I like an air fryer. Bought a blender, a good blender. Yeah. Bought a coffee machine here. Buy the beans, and so there's things, and you only buy these things once. You buy it when you get here, get set up, so that different. You bought an oven, I see right behind you.
Yeah, I bought a little portable oven.
Yeah, and so there's little things that you budget for your initial.
There it goes, right there.
Yep.
So you guys can see it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't a lot. I think I paid $30 for it, and I'm happy because I'm lowering my cholesterol and I'm baking stuff instead of frying it.
Same thing with the air fryer. Les Jennings, hello, gentlemen. Sorry I'm late to the party.
But thank you for coming, Les.
I wondered where you were, Les. Market Focus, hey, gentlemen. Coop, I just bought you coffee. God bless you, brother.
And thank you for that, Marcus Focus, for buying us a coffee. I didn't even see it pop up. My phone's actually over here behind the laptop. But thank you for that. Really appreciate it, brother. God bless you.
Jeffrey Robertson, yes. So correct. Wise is the way to go.
And it is a very good way to go to get very close to the exchange rate.
Well, where I found, we were headed to, I was headed to the Philippines. And I'd done a lot of research on YouTube as to, how to do money and get it there. And it turned out the Filipinos, they have a lot of OFWs, they call them, overseas foreign workers. They leave the Philippines, make good dollars in some foreign country, send it back to the family. And they were all using Wise.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, geez, if it's good enough for them, and they're, there's so many of them, they know what to do. And yeah, they were right. So.
Yeah.
Miguel Leon, good morning all. 30 days out from my trip. You'll be excited.
Yeah, you're going to be very excited and you're going to be loving it.
Yep.
And you're coming in low season, so great time to come and save some pennies.
White Lime, do you actually use the Wise card for spending or just the app to transfer between home country and Thai account? Originally, White Line, like when I first got here, we were at the airport and I went to the ATM because I had no baht, right? In the airport, put the Wise in. Oh, thank God, everything worked. Yeah. Now, I had set it up with internally on Wise. You have these jars, some are Canadian dollars, some are US dollars, a jar full, and I had put some into baht. So sure enough, put my Wise card in the ATM, first one I found, put in my code, bingo, out pops the bot. Oh, thank God it's working. You know what I mean? I think we were able to get 10,000 bot out of that one. You know, so okay, that's going to get me from the airport, food, whatever. I'm okay. So yeah, it does work. And I don't, after I opened the bank account, the Bangkok Bank, you know, and it was through Sing, you know, it helped out. I didn't need to use that Wise card anymore. Occasionally I would, if maybe it's a meal or something, I can use that. But now that I found this Scan Pay, geez, I much prefer that. So, you know, it works good. But anyways, yeah. I do it for transfers. You don't need to use the physical card for the transfers, if you know, to answer part of the question. Silver Arrow, I'm going to buy a condo rather than a house with land. Okay. And most of the expats, I think, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Condos are big for.
And you'll find that all these new buildings that are going up right now, Copacabana to, you know, the new Riviera that's going up, people are buying them pre-built.
Yeah.
Because they sell out so fast.
Yep.
There's a new one in Wongamat, and it's called the Once Building. It's only 70% finished, and every single unit sold.
Okay. Well,
that's for foreigners.
For foreigners, yeah.
The 49% that foreigners can own are already all sold.
Yeah.
You can't get one for love or money.
And some of those probably will flip them when it's finished.
Oh yeah, they will, to make a profit.
Because they do that. Yeah, you can do that.
But I just had a subscriber come here today. He wants to buy a condo here, and he wants to spend half his time in Spain, the other half here for his retirement. And you know, he absolutely loves the area, and he's a big fan of mine. I didn't know. I just met him today in the lobby with Sean. Sean was helping him out. So yeah, I do understand why people want to buy condos here. Me personally, I like the house. I like the room. We got our kids coming out with us. So we're going to need that extra space. And then I also like the idea of my own private pool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't use the gym, so I don't really care for a gym. My exercise is I like to walk the beach. I love my beach walks early in the morning, 5:30 in the morning on the beach for an hour till 6:30. Come back here. Darlene then goes to the gym. I come upstairs and get a shower and get changed.
You like swimming here? I mean, obviously, you know.
Yeah, and I love the pool.
I've seen you in the pool once every 3 months, so you know. No, you're out there most days.
Hey, I got to watch out for the Chinese sperm whale season. They might try and harpoon me.
Jeffrey Robertson, you can't own land full stop, whether your house is on it or around it. But yes, you can lease the land and you only own what's on it. That's true.
Yes. Yeah. So the way it works, Jeffrey, is you own the house. You do own the house. You get the the title in your name, and you get the property book, but you can't own the land. You're absolutely right. But so what you do is you just lease the land for up to 90 years. And you get that in the contract with the land office, the lawyer, and the owner that sells it to you, that it's all above board, and there's no way of getting out of it, you know. So you are completely protected in that. Don't be like those people in Pattaya that are doing the company name thing. They kicked out over 100 people in Phuket, in the last month, because they were opening fake companies to buy houses and land in Phuket.
Okay.
And got them all. It's a lot of money to lose. I won't even risk it, and I will never put that out on my channel that I ever recommend doing the company thing, unless you're opening a legitimate company. If you come out here and you want to open a mom and pop restaurant, whatever, then yeah, you can do that and put it in the company name. But you have to have ties as a board of director, and you can't hold more than 49% of the land in your name. So the other 51% is by ties. So if you want to do that and do it in the company name and you're legit, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But those people that are doing it through the back doors are getting caught. The people that sell them the property, nothing's happening to them. You know,
their ties selling the property.
Yeah, their ties selling the property.
Yeah.
It's these corrupt lawyers in Phuket that are making it happen for them, and I think they should be punishing them as well as the owners.
Silver Arrow, thanks. Same reason for me.
Yeah.
I have already spent 6 months pre-COVID, so I'm familiar with the area. So he's
been
here.
there before. He knows the area.
I think I would not want to risk buying land in the way you suggest. Loopholes tend to get closed, correct?
Well, no, this loophole is not a loophole. It's a law.
Yeah,
the corporations. No, I wouldn't mess with that Silver Arrow. But this 90-year lease, it's been in law as far as I can remember. And I came here for the first time to Thailand in the millennium. So quite a few years ago when I first came here to Thailand, and it was the law back then. It's never changed. And it protects the Thais because the foreigners don't actually own the land, and therefore the prices don't go exponentially through the roof, and the Thais can't afford to buy a home here. They're priced out like a lot of Western people are. That law there is something that is 100% safe. It's been going on for over 30 years that I know of, probably double that. And everybody that's done it has never, ever had a problem. So I can't see that ever becoming an issue. Silver Arrow.
Black Ops, is it Saturday night?
Yes. He's wondering why. Well, actually, you should be asking, is it Wednesday morning? Because that's normally Brooke and our time on here on the live stream. No, we are making a special one today all about budgeting and prices here in Thailand because on Wednesday, Darlene and I have some private things that we have to take care of.
Personal matters.
Yep. So we won't be able to do the live stream on Wednesday. So we thought we'd give you a special treat for Monday night tonight. And thank you for coming on and joining us.
Market Focus. Love the Bitcoin talk. I was able to retire from it by dollar cost averaging from 2019 until now. Well,
he got in at a very good price at 2019. Yes.
And he's obviously a hodler.
Yeah.
So you'll be doing well in the next 6 months.
And a hodler is somebody that holds it and doesn't sell it.
Holds on for dear life. Hodler.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yep.
Bravo 29. Glad I tuned in today. Great info, gentlemen. Coop, can you ship your teas to the U.S.? If so, I'll send you an email with the details. Cecil. So we want some t-shirts.
Oh, yes, I can. I can ship these Hello Tubers t-shirts to anywhere in the world. Just you have to pay for the shipping costs, obviously. But yeah, if you want any t-shirts, anybody that wants any t-shirts, send us an email with your sizes, your color that you want, and then we'll send and the country that you're in. We'll then get a price quote from the company that delivers them and ships them, and we'll send you that information. You then send us the money. We ship it out to you, and you get a code, and it tells you when it'll arrive on your doorstep. That easy.
If you're shipping one only, it's probably going to be expensive.
Yeah, I would advise
your shipping costs ain't any different probably for shipping 4 or 5.
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you think about that, guys.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, hey, Cooper, just wanted to ask you about your last week visit to Grand Florida and how's the availability?
Plenty of availability.
Yeah.
We went there last week,
Tommy,
with Mr. Brooke Schneider and one of our subscribers, Jeff, and to check on availability. And they had plenty of rooms available. Studio with 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms.
Kirk Schuler, sorry guys, jumped in Pattaya, too big and city hot. I'm in Koh Samui and have traveled to nearby islands. Ang Thong Marine Park is spectacular, and heat is a bit more comfortable on an island. So
yeah, if you're on an island, you're getting the breeze from all sides.
Sure.
So really nice there. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Kirk. It is nicer on the islands, but a little bit out of my price range. It's more expensive.
There's subscribers that are going everywhere. You know, Bang Saray and Hua Hin and south of Hua Hin, and that's good, Yeah. Try them out. Phil T, good evening, gentlemen. Been caught up on a call till now. We'll have to rewatch part of this stream.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Phil.
Really appreciate it.
Scooter McGee, kept my first full month with condo, no hotel expenses, $1,100 US, and it wasn't even that hard. Being smart. Okay.
Yeah, $1,100 for a month. Fantastic.
Good.
And it wasn't even hard to budget that amount of money. And if you're just tuned into the live stream and you're wondering why your comments aren't popping up, it's because we've changed the settings. You now have to be a subscriber to comment on our live stream. Real easy. You hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the subscribe button. Wait exactly 60 seconds. You can put a comment in there. That's all we ask. And then we will read it out for you on the live stream. So if you want to comment and you're watching this on the replay and you'd like to ask us a question or you'd like us to answer it, subscribe to the channel, wait 60 seconds. You can put that comment on there while you're watching the replay.
Greg Smiths, what do you recommend in buying Bitcoin? I see many different Bitcoins to buy. Okay, so let's keep this straight here. There's only one Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest are those shite coins, I call them.
Yeah, me too.
And meme coins and all that, altcoins, put it that way. And so how to buy it? What do you recommend? For most people, look to the ETFs. They're government SEC regulated, monitored. They have to do audits. And the big companies, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Investments, they offer these. I think there's like 13 now. They're being offered all over the planet by other countries, so they're legit. And the ETFs make it simple. You don't have to worry about custodying the coins. They're held safe. You own the shares, that's why you want to have your investment account, and just go on there and put your order in for as many shares in one of those ETFs, that you can afford. And, don't look at the trading it. That's my opinion. Don't be a hodler, which I am. So I'm holding on for dear life. And I'm not looking to, sell this for, probably hand it down to the grandkids someday. But I think in the next 2 to 5 years, people will be amazed at how well Bitcoin will do. And that's the simplest way to do it, is simply buy the shares in the ETF. I have a lot of friends I've recommended it to. Now, if they're tech savvy, and some of them are, they'll simply buy the coins on an exchange like Binance or, one of them. I think BitBuy is another one they can use. That and then they'll self-custody the coins in what's called a hard wallet, and it's off the exchange that way. In the West, you can use Coinbase to buy the coins and they'll hold them, or you can transfer the coins from Coinbase that you bought into your cold wallet, cold storage they call it. So there's many different ways to do it, but there's only one Bitcoin. So don't get caught up with the fake coins, and do a little research before you get caught and buying something.
And there's something I'll add on to that, Greg. Bitcoin right now is about $72,000 a coin. Well, not many people got $72,000. So what they do is they buy into the ETFs, and the current price right now, for example, on Fidelity, is $63 for one share. So most people can afford $63. So if you want to get into Bitcoin and you want to make money because you believe in it and you believe it's going to go up, which I and myself and Brooke do, then the easiest way to get in, is to get into the shares with the ETFs. And like I said, it's $63 currently for one share with Fidelity.
You can buy 1, 5, 10, 50, 100. You can buy whatever you want. So you're not, and the same thing if you're, let's say through Coinbase, I want Bitcoin. I don't want to share. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. You can buy $500, 1,000, 2,000, whatever.
$10.
Yeah. And so you're not going to get a whole coin. You're going to get a 0.00254 of a Bitcoin. But going forward, you'll see the value, in my opinion, of Bitcoin, jump dramatically. The adoption rate's going to be going up, and it is right now. So what it will do, it's a store of value. It's not really a currency, in my opinion. You don't use it for spending or buy, it's simply a store of value. It'll protect you going forward, from all these paper money, fiat currencies that every government on the planet loves to print. Scooter McGee in retirement, so not touching my Bitcoin, taking my T-bill 5.4 and stretching them out before the Fed knocks down the rate this fall.
If they do.
I know, Scooter, what you're saying, but and I used to think that way exactly years ago, but here's the issue. The government's paying you 5.4. They're going to drop that sooner or later. And you think, well, the average person, geez, inflation's dropped now to 3%. I'm getting 5. I'm actually getting ahead of the game. You're not really. the government's lying to you on what inflation actually is. Look around and see what's only gone up 3% in a year. Baloney. Things that, food prices 50% up, insurance, car prices, fuel, you name it. There's nothing gone up 3%. It's gone up
a lot more than that. Yeah.
So are you getting further ahead? I mean, if the real inflation rate, let's talk the real rate, it's probably closer to 9-10%, and you're getting 5%, you're losing buying power every year. It's diminishing. So anyways.
And me with my ETFs, I'm earning on average 5 to 7% every month rather than a year.
Bingo.
So it's up to you what you decide is best for you, Scooter.
Scott Jean, can you rent a condo for 15,000 baht to 18,000 baht? Thank you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you can rent them as low as 8,000 baht a month, depending on where you want to live. Average studio out here, 8 to 12,000. Average one bedroom, 10 to 20,000. You can go from the low end, sort of 4-star all the way up to 6-star if you want to go that high. They do have more fabulous condominiums out here, depending on your budget. So 15,000 to 18,000 for a 1-bedroom, you're not going to struggle to find that at all.
Even in high season, Scott, in my opinion,
Yeah.
If that's your budget during low season, you're going to get something really nice.
You're going to get a nice place.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
You won't need to spend that much, is my point. Tommy Lee, thanks for that info. That put me at ease.
You're very welcome, Tommy.
Tommy the Tominator. Jeffrey Robertson, yes, only one Bitcoin. The others are called cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
Or shite coins.
Or altcoins.
Patricio Ortiz, can you get a mortgage buying a condo? Highly unlikely.
You can. You can actually.
Yeah, good luck.
However, you're going to be going through these, what I like to call shady people, and they're going to be charging you an arm and a leg in interest. I wouldn't do it at all. There are some people out there to do the rent to own. Not many, but there are out there. That might be an option if there's something that you really wanted to do, the rent to own. But trying to get one of these mortgages as a foreigner out here, the only way you're going to do it is go through the loan sharks.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even contemplate that. If I wanted to own and I was on a budget and I didn't have the money to pay for it right out in full, I'd be looking at the rent to own option. And there are a few agents out here that do that.
What you could do, Patricio, is, say you're in the West, open a line of credit, so you've got that secured in the West, gives you access to the funds. Then you're a cash buyer over here. You don't got to worry about a Thai mortgage, Yeah. Jeffrey Robertson, better off buying Bitcoin itself. Doesn't matter what price. It's always on sale. Julie Perkins, hi from Bang Saray.
And
nice
hello,
area.
Julie. Thank you
Nice
for coming on to
area.
today's live stream. We'll be seeing you on the 12th for your husband's birthday party.
Wow. Jeffrey Robertson, Bitcoin is just under 110,000 Aussie.
At the moment.
At the moment.
And I remember when it was a big issue just last month when it broke the 100,000 barrier in Australia.
Yeah.
And hit the all-time high.
Burned. Hi, guys. Coming from China. I'm on my look and see trip in Pattaya. Moving in by the end of the year. Always great information you're sending out.
And thank you, Burned. Really appreciate it. And be looking forward to seeing you when you come out here. Come to one of our meet and greets. It'd be great to meet you in person. Scooter
McGee, I agree with inflation exceeding bill rates, but by moving here, I've cut my costs in half. Well, there you go. So lower cost plus 5% is a win for my conservative retirement. Thanks for the input. And he's got a good point.
A very good point.
Yeah, maybe in the West, but here your costs are so low.
Yeah,
you're going to get ahead. You know what I mean? Which is good. So yeah, you're okay. Not to worry, Scooter.
Because you're going to find here, your medical costs are 75% cheaper than they are in the West.
Yeah,
75% cheaper. Okay, you're going to find your rent, your electricity, your water around about 80% cheaper than they are in the West.
Yep.
Your food prices, all that, again, 80% cheaper. So
transportation's way cheaper, Coop.
30 cents to get on a bus from here to Pattaya.
Bolt rides, taxi,
you
know,
can't beat it to go to the mall or whatever else, to go to the supermarket. You're talking 30 cents.
Yeah.
30 US cents. It's crazy. 10 baht is all it costs in Thailand, in Jomtien area, to go from Jomtien to Pattaya. 10 baht to go there. You're going to pay 20 to go back. And the reason is because you have to change baht bus halfway to come back. But on the way there, it goes all the way to the end of Pattaya. Yeah. On the way back, it stops by Walking Street, and then you change baht buses there to come back here. But so total $1 to go there and back. No brainer. No brainer.
Hard tulip, a Chinese woman claiming to live in Edinburgh, Scotland, last year added me on WhatsApp, claiming she contacted me by mistake. She tried a Bitcoin scam on me. I saw her on cam. I said no. Oh, she deleted me. You know what?
Smart man,
I've
hard
got
tulip.
those, hey, let's be friends. You know what I mean? And
I've had them too.
Delete. Yeah, there's so many scammers out there. It's unbelievable. Jeffrey Robertson, stop puffing that vape. They're 50 times worse than cigarettes. So have a cigarette instead.
Okay, yeah.
As I told you when I met you in August, remember me? I can't breathe properly caused by smoking. Hate to see you like me.
And it's a device for me to try and cut down and even quit on smoking. That's sort of that step that I want to take. And at the end of the day, the vapes don't have the tar in it. I'm not promoting vapes out there, but I'm just saying they don't have the tar in the vapes anymore. So it cuts out a lot of stuff. The thing that it does have, it has the nicotine in there, but it cuts out a lot of the bad stuff that you do get out of cigarettes. Hopefully one day I can quit completely, but until then, I'll meet in the middle and get rid of at least half of the bad stuff that enters my body, Jeffrey. And I do remember meeting you, and I do remember you saying that.
Scooter McGee, for those watching, hottest months of the year right now.
Here right now, yes.
Yeah, my electric bill was less than $16 US for this last month. The fans work great here.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, so
I got a fan in the bedroom.
Well, yeah, I put a fan in there a few months back. What a difference!
It does
cut my bill right in half what I was paying.
But you know what? In the Philippines, I was paying $300 a month for my electricity.
It's worse
here for my electricity and my water. Is 75% cheaper.
Yeah,
than it was in the Philippines. It's like $80 a month for my electricity and my water here.
Some people think it's cheaper in the Philippines.
Can't beat it.
Certain things might be, but I found it cheaper here.
It is.
And a better things work better here.
Well, for a start, when you rent a place in the Philippines, 9 out of 10 times it's not furnished. There's not even an air con in there. Here, 99.95% of the time, everything's furnished. The air cons are there. You got the sofa, you got the bedding, everything, even the TV. A lot of places throw in free Wi-Fi, free shuttle buses, all that sort of stuff. Here at District Grand Park 2, we have a shuttle bus that goes 6 times a day to Beach Road and goes up to Sukhumvit, so you can go to do your grocery shopping at Macro or Tesco Lotus. Absolutely great.
Yep.
In the Philippines, you don't have that. You have to put in your own air conditioner. There's not one there.
My first rental there was a house.
Yeah,
it was bare bones, nothing.
Yeah.
I had to put all the furniture, I had to put the refrigerator, I had to put the air cons.
Yeah.
And you know what I got when I left? Zippo.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man. That's okay. My birthday, not Adrian. Oh, this is Julie Perkins, by the way.
Yeah.
My birthday, not Adrian's. Looking forward to Friday night. All subscribers welcome to come for a drink and a chat.
Yeah, so it's going to be Friday night, this Friday at Fraser's. So we're not going to have a meet and greet this month because we're going to be celebrating Julie's birthday, and we're going to be there I will be there. Darlene will not be there. She's got some other things that she has to take care of, so it'll be myself and Mr. Brooke Schneider that goes. And help you celebrate your birthday, and everybody's welcome. We'll use it as a meet and greet at the same time as celebrating Julie's birthday.
Sounds good.
Just let us know what time, Julie. I think you posted it on Facebook, but I can't remember. Did you say 6 p.m.? Can you let us know here in the chat? And I'll read it out on the live stream.
Scooter McGee, my water was 80 baht for March. 80 baht.
80 baht. So it's 36 baht to the US dollar. So that's 72 baht.
$3.
Yeah. So that is
2 and change.
$2 for a water bill for the month. Not bad, huh?
Jeffrey Robertson, I had a fan in the bedroom, but she left me for someone younger. That's a good one. Scooter McGee. Hey, good one, Jeff.
Yeah, there you go. It's always good to have a laugh on here. I like the comments.
Laughing out loud.
I do like the comments.
Miguel Leon, for what I can see, cars are the only thing that are not cheap in Thailand. What do you guys think?
I would agree to disagree. Okay. Miguel, you can buy a brand new MG. Okay, a brand new MG car here. And what was the price that we saw on it, Brooke? It was,
I think some of them were like
that sporty looking one.
$599, $599,
yeah,
like $18,000.
$18,000.
Pretty reasonable.
And get a 5-year warranty on it.
Yeah.
Now pickup trucks here are
they're the deal.
They're the deal because they are made here, and there's a different tax on pickup trucks than there are cars because they consider them commercial vehicles.
Yeah.
So you're actually getting a subsidy for buying a pickup truck, and you can buy the top of the range pickup truck here, like I did at Toyota, for $30,000 US.
Guys, the trucks here are ridiculously cheap.
And in the States or Australia, you're looking at $70,000, $80,000.
I'm honest to God, those trucks are like, they're half for sure. I'm thinking maybe a third the cost of what it would be in the West for a Toyota truck. I'm a Toyota man. I had 2 Tundras back in Canada, and CRVs in Florida. But HRV. No, Toyota. What? RAVs.
Yeah, you had the RAV.
Yeah, and my God, I couldn't believe the cars. Scoops. There's good deals in cars. Don't get me wrong, but for Toyota cars here, a little bit less, maybe not much. The big savings is the trucks, and I love trucks. So yeah, that'd be what I'd get if I was buying one.
Yeah,
and what I mean by that, you can get a Toyota pickup truck, brand new, for like $24,000.
Yeah.
You'd be like 35, 36, 40, and then, and this is a decent truck. Scott Jean, love to Julie Perkins, but live in New Zealand. We'll fly over.
Fly over for the birthday party this Friday.
Jeffrey Robertson, those Zyban tablets are banned in America. We'll bring some over for you in 5 weeks if interested.
Nope. No, I don't want us to quit smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, don't want them. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, be careful bringing any drugs into this country.
Yeah, they're actually banned here in Thailand.
Tell me, Lee, just wondering how the availability these days at Dusit Grand 2. I think there's
plenty.
Yeah, plenty. Because I've noticed things getting quieter here, Coop.
Yes.
I mean, the gym's not as busy as it used to be. The pools aren't as busy. I do see, they're walking out with their cases, so maybe they're leaving. And
yeah, because it's April. It's coming up to the end of the high season. So people are moving out, and there's more availability.
Yep. Bravo 29, I'm getting so tired of our utility costs here in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Same in Canada, guys.
And especially property taxes.
Property taxes, home insurance, car insurance, I had a condo in Florida, the fees were going up every stinking year, the taxes every stinking year. Condo in Canada, same thing happening there. I'm telling you, it was just, what I was paying in, I always say the example, what I was paying in condo fees, Coop, I can live here. You know what I mean? Like 600 in the one and 403. Well, it would be 500 damn near a Canadian in the other. So there's $1,100 right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And and the other thing is, I got a friend of mine, and he owns a condo here. You spoke to him last night at James's pool party.
Yep.
And he owns a condo here, and the property tax, he said to us last night, for the year is under 1,000 baht. So under $30 a year for the property tax here on a condo. And I believe the house, if you own a house here, The property tax for that is like $150 a year.
It'll be not much.
Not a lot
Nowhere
for property
near. It's a
taxes here
different,
like it is in the West.
Yeah. Hard Tulip, I found a price comparison site between my city of Newcastle, England, and Pattaya. It said that supermarkets were 34% cheaper, restaurants were 20-something% cheaper, taxis much cheaper, hotel cheaper. Honestly, Hard Tulip, I think those are underestimating the savings you'll have here. They have their reasons for quoting that, but supermarkets, I'd say it's more than 34%. Restaurants, 20%. That's your 50 to 60% cheaper.
Out on that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Taxis, hotel, 70, 80% cheaper
Than England.
You hop in a taxi back in Canada, you're $20 before you go anywhere.
As soon as you step in the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like here,
you're
$2.
$3.
$2 gets you where you want to go.
Yeah, $2-3 gets you where you want to go. And I'll tell you something that I did, Hard Tulip. I made a video on our YouTube channel about 6 months ago of Tesco Lotus. And I went down every aisle, filmed everything that they had. I had somebody in the comment section, he's from UK, and he said, dang, Cooper, that's a product that's made here in the UK and it's cheaper to buy over there than it is here in the UK. And it's shipped halfway around the world.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, go figure.
Jay Easy, way better than my $75 a month water bill in the States.
Ouch. Yeah.
That's a lot
different, yes.
Julie Perkins, 6 p.m. at Fraser's.
Okay, thank you, Julie. So all those that are here or coming here this week that want to attend Julie's birthday party and Cooper's Thai Adventure meet and greet, we're going to have it on the same day, this Friday, 6 p.m. at Fraser's. Everybody's welcome to come.
I love Fraser's.
Yeah.
Willie Shoemaker. Hey, there's Willie. Hey, fellas, nice to see you online.
And hello, Willie.
He's a famous jockey.
Yes, he
Willie
is.
the Shoemaker. Me and Bernadette just got back in last night. Oh, that's good.
Come meet up Friday for Julie's
come
birthday
on out
party.
Friday, Willie.
Yeah.
Willie goes back and forth to the Philippines.
Yes, he does.
And I think he misses Thailand when he's in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Then he comes back. Oh, I kind of miss my condo in Angeles City. So yeah. Anyways, Julie Perkins, hit the like button, please. There you go.
Yes, please. Smile. If you're online and watching, or you're watching on the replay, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Willie Schumer, what time at Fraser? 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Come anytime you want. You want a meal? Come earlier if you want. Miguel Leon. Okay, good to know. Thanks, guys.
You're very welcome, Miguel.
Hard Tulip. My Thai girlfriend was renting a 1-bedroom condominium and jumped in last year for 7,000 baht per month. Same company as Dusit. 2 years earlier at Dusit 1, she paid 5,500 baht per month. Chinese landlord.
She probably got a good deal.
Well, yeah, they probably want to rent it. Yep. Right place, the right time, and you're a good negotiator, you'll get a deal. Tommy Lee, my apologies for the rental availability questions, but in New York City, rentals are crazy decisions. Must be made immediately or it won't be available.
No problem, Tommy. That's what we're here on the live stream to answer your questions, and we'll tell you straight and let you know what's going on exactly when you ask us. No problem.
Come on over from New York City and
bring that smile with you, Tommy.
Yeah, bring that smile. Scooter McGee, Hard Tulip, $40 to $50 Uber rides in the States, or maybe $4 to $5 US here in Thailand. Absolutely true.
So a heck of a savings there.
Yeah. Hard Tulip. Thanks, Scooter. Jay Easy, back to paradise next month. Hopefully can make the May meetup.
It'd be a pleasure.
We'll be looking for you.
Yeah, it'd be a pleasure to meet you, Jay Easy.
Expired passport bro. Coop sounds like the Philippines knows nothing about customer service. In regards to furnished condos, they must be 25 years behind Thailand.
And they are expired passport bro.
Yeah.
I would actually, because I don't live in the Philippines anymore, I'll tell you guys straight. But to me, the Philippines is not 25 years behind Thailand. To me, it's 50 years behind Thailand. I got to put it out there. It is 50 years behind Thailand. Okay. The costs are a lot more expensive. Electric is run by one company in the Philippines called Meralco. They hold the monopoly on the electricity there in Thailand, in the Philippines, and they can charge you what the heck they want. You'll get brownouts all the time. What's a brownout? That means your electricity has gone out, and it'll be hours. Sometimes it's even days that it's out at a time. And good luck trying to get any compensation because all your food's gone off in the refrigerator. You're not, you know. The properties out there, you can knock on the wall, and it's made out of this very thin plywood. Here, at least it's solid wall, you know, that I'm knocking on here. It's just big differences. Yeah, you do get the condos out here that have thin walls, and you get the ones that have thick walls like what we have here at Dusa Grand Park 2. I never ever hear my neighbor. Never ever hear my neighbor. The only time I ever hear them is when they go outside their door and they're walking down the hallway. But when our doors close, their doors close, I don't hear their TV. I don't hear their noise. I don't hear their music if they got the radio turned up or whatever. I don't hear nothing. You know, in the Philippines, completely and utterly different.
Total.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, sure, that's our opinion. Best, if you're interested, check out the Philippines. But I found I'm much happier in Thailand, mainly as Bobby said one time, things work here.
Yeah.
The cell phone service is 5G. It works great. You know, the internet is high speed fiber here. It works great. Geez, I was fighting with the cell phone providers. I couldn't get internet, fast internet. It was broken, you know. And, you know, the one thing too, Coop, you know, we were in a nice gated community. You know, Florida Sun Estates in Cavite province in the Philippines. We moved in there. Geez, this is pretty nice here.
Yeah.
You know, the pools were maintained, the grass was cut, the buildings look nice. Well, you know, it's been a couple years since we've been there. They don't cut the grass anymore. The pools aren't cleaned anymore. It's really gone down. And the reason is apparently there's no fees being collected for the maintenance.
Yeah.
Like you want to cut the grass, you go cut the grass is what they tell you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my land. You know, well, that's too bad. You
Yeah.
want to cut, we'll cut it twice a year. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just a little bit farther behind. And as you say, customer service and technology. Thailand's, I'm impressed, guys. Zopa Honda, hi, Hard Tulip. I'm in Newcastle too. Looking forward to retiring in Thailand soon, June, July.
Great. Got a lot of British people out here in the community.
Yep.
So you're going to fit right in, both of you, Hard Tulip and Zopa. You're not going to have any problem making any friends here.
Scooter McGee, I do want to visit the Philippines, if only to confirm my decision to live here, plus just to experience it, since I'm on this side of the planet now. But I've heard the same stuff, brownouts, etc.
Yeah, brownouts, internet out. I mean, how many times did the internet go out where you live, Brooke?
It was a constant fight.
Constant
fight.
I
got to have internet for, you know, my business, you know.
Yeah, for your
investing.
stocks.
Yeah. But listen, I will say this. I would highly recommend the people in the Philippines. You know, I met my lovely wife there. You met yours there.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends here, guys, have Filipino wives
or girlfriends.
Say, sure.
And they got them living here with them.
I consider them almost, you know, spouses, but they've been together years typically. They're here and they just, they love it here compared to going back to the Philippines. So you can't get a more dedicated and, you know, wife.
Yeah, fantastic
girlfriend.
Woman. Fantastic.
They look after us like kings, you know. Never experienced that in my life.
And then you don't have the language barrier either.
And you don't have the language barrier, which
Big
is
plus.
kind of key, you know. It's but yeah. So, you know, by all means, check out the Philippines and hopefully you meet someone nice. Bring them to Thailand. You'll love it.
Yeah, and several of our subscribers have got Filipino girlfriends. And what they do, the way they get them a visa here is they get them an education visa.
Sure.
Get them an education visa for a year, and then you can live together here and see whether the relationship's going to work out and where it's going to go from there.
You know, and they all say the same thing.
What's
got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
They've got an ideal spouse from the Philippines, and they're living in Thailand.
And they're living in Thailand.
Happy as clams.
Yeah.
So Pepper Company. Gotta go, but love this live. Have a great week.
And thank you, So Pepper Company. And you're the last question, comment on our YouTube live stream. So we're going to end it here, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Thank you for joining Cooper and Brooke. We got a lot of great things coming up for you next week. Sean's got a lot of properties he's been working on because I've been out for 2 weeks with my eyes. And he says he's got a lot of rentals and a lot of sales to show you, condominiums, houses, and also companies out there that will allow you to buy the house and lease the land. And so absolutely fantastic. And Bitcoin is at
71,940.
71,940. So it's going up and it's doing well. And the stock market's just opened about 20 minutes ago. So really, really good there. And thank you all so much for joining us on today's live stream. We're just going to say our goodbyes.
Tommy Lee, you missed my comment. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Tommy, if I missed a comment.
Black Ops, night guys, see you Thursday, Friday.
Yep, you definitely will.
Tommy Lee, thanks for the special. Have a great evening. Stay safe and healthy.
And thank you all for coming on and joining us.
Bravo29, thanks and feel better. Email sent, peace.
Yeah, I just saw it, Cecil, so no problem. I'll get on that next week. I don't have time this week, but I'll definitely jump on it next week.
Jay Easy, take care, gentlemen. Always appreciate all the great info.
And very welcome. Looking forward to meeting you later on this year.
Scott Jean, good night, guys. You two the best from Scott, New Zealand.
And thank you, Scott. Take care, brother.
Starine, about car prices. We bought our Ford Ranger Raptor in 2019, made in Thailand, and compared the price with the U.S. It was about 60% of the price. I think that compares well to prices in general.
It does. It does. You're making a heck of a savings.
Yeah.
And Sarlina, you're absolutely right. And thank you for coming back onto our live streams. We missed you. And for all of you that have joined our live stream and subscribed tonight, thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it. And if you want to email us, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're not going to answer the emails anymore because it's just taking up too much of our time. And if we're going to put all this time in there, the only thing that we ask is just subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
That's it. To show your appreciation for what we're doing and the advice and the help that we're bringing you. Until next time, from Cooper and Brooke, God bless you all. Take care and stay tuned.